Okay. Okay. You switch off to the snow and got you. You are live.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Now let's turn this AC off, get back to some heat. Because the wind is actually starting to fog up, and you guys aren't going to be able to see what the hell I'm plowing in this parking lot.
Yeah. Been through that a lot of times.
Whoa, I can't see shit now. Everything just went blurry. All the windows are gone.
Oh, damn, I can see just fine.
Yeah, but I can't see to back up.
Oh, to back up. Well, who cares about that? Crash into something, damn it.
Well, StreamYards overheats my phone. I had the air conditioning running while I didn't have the battery charging. And it still got hot, so it's not the battery charging that's heating it up.
Huh.
But hey, everybody, good morning. It is Saturday morning, 4:09 in Cleveland, Ohio, and we're pushing snow for the third night in a row. And we finally decided, hey, we're sitting here BS, and we might as well show you guys what we're into late at night.
And it's leap year.
Oh, yeah.
The 29th.
Oh, today's the 29th? See, I didn't even do my paperwork yet.
Yep, it's 2/29, 2020.
Yeah, the snow forecast had nothing for us, so I went to bed. I was asleep. And at 2:15, I got the call, and 2:30, I was out the door into this mess.
Yeah. You leap right into the leap year.
And they called from the main office, said they got 4 inches out there they've got to dig out before they can even get to the salt trucks. And that's on the other side of the county. So the lake effect storm machine, whatever the hell they call it up here in Cleveland, is definitely running tonight. Because as you can see, I barely got an inch. They didn't want to believe me, but I'm like, I'm telling you, we do not have the snow here. But that's okay. They pay me to plow, I plow. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just sitting in the background watching here. I'm in the back of through the back window. I'm videotaping this.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, visibility. All right, I'm starting to see a little bit of Rockside Road or a little bit of Independence. So we're back out to almost a mile. Visibility, maybe, and it's still just coming down. It's not stopping.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah, get them inch or two, and then go back and do it over again.
Well, this is one of those, hush hush, gonna be a marijuana distribution center, hush hush hospital building place. We won't say what the name of the place is, but since all those signs are buried and you can't see all of that stuff now anyways, I'm on the wrong side of the building. This is one of the up and coming medical marijuana distribution points that's not supposed to be coming into our city because it was never voted on. Hint, 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 hint. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't hear
that. But of course it's the state of Ohio. So if you're gonna actually partake of this very interesting God-given miracle cure that grows like a weed, yeah, you have to give up your Second Amendment rights in the state of Ohio to actually partake of this stuff. It is buried on page 2 of the law. To get your medical marijuana card, you must surrender all of your weapons because, people on marijuana are dangerous. They sue people. But people in cars that are drunk, they don't hit nobody. They don't kill anybody. There's no death record there. Only people on marijuana. Not that I have an attitude towards it or anything.
Yeah, you're correct on that. It's okay to go ahead and have a gun and drive drunk.
Right.
But God forsake you, smoke a little bit, and you don't want to drive anyway. Because you don't want to sit home and listen to this music.
That's exactly my point. They'll overreach and do anything they can to try and take your gun rights because they're getting ready to pull even worse, and they don't want you having guns. That's what it comes down to.
Well, and they should take them away from the friggin' drunks.
Yeah, they need to take the cars away from the drunks, not the guns away from the people that are stoned sitting at home going, wow, I feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Well, I agree with that.
Who's more dangerous? The drunk that's falling asleep behind the wheel of a car at 55, 60 miles an hour, getting on the wrong entrance ramp and going opposite the flow of traffic, or the stoned out hippie sitting at home enjoying his evening, not bothering anybody. Oh, but that's okay. The drunk can have a gun license.
Yeah. He can drive to the bar, carry the gun into the fucking bar.
Right.
And get all drunk, shoot somebody, and then drive home and crash into somebody.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Yep.
While the poor guy sitting at home, doing medical marijuana to ease his pain and stuff.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's not driving. He's not doing anything. He's just sitting there, rocking out, listening to some tunes or watching cartoons.
Yeah, that's the mentality of the politician.
Yeah.
Take the guns away before they actually find out what we're actually going to do to them. Because when they find out what we're really going to do, they're going to string us all up. And if they've got guns, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody smoking pot, he's not going to be even playing with a gun. He's going to forget he's even got it. But drunk always knows where his gun's at. In his friggin' pockets.
So yeah, this year's winter snow, and supposedly the Farmer's Almanac says we're going to have one more bad snowstorm next month.
Oh, really?
That'll be the end of it for the year. Cleveland this year has gotten, or is actually behind. We're 2 feet less snow than we were last year.
Really?
That's the projection.
Yeah, maybe you'll get lucky and get 3 more feet and catch up.
Yeah, no, I don't see that happening.
Well,
it's all this weather control BS. It's what's killing the soil. It's what's killing all of us.
Well, tomorrow,
how does this coronavirus possibly get into the United States and get to a little old lady who never leaves her house, doesn't socialize with anybody? How the hell does she contract the coronavirus?
Uh,
Doesn't travel, can't afford it.
yeah, I was going to say something about that, but it would be inappropriate for
Well,
me
dude, it would be like you sitting at home, and all of a sudden, you come online one day and say that you've got the clap.
Well, yeah,
What?
it'd be like me sitting here hiding in the house, and this will happen to get a Chinese hooker over here.
Well, all right, okay, well, then I could understand. I mean,
Yeah, then I deserve it.
they say you can get it from eating raw fish. All right, well, if you've got Chinese hooker, I can understand.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we better voice over this and dub this.
I really don't care.
Sherry would find this very inappropriate. You boys.
No, she loves us. She'd be cracking up if she was here right now.
You guys and your fish stories, leave them poor Chinese ladies alone. They take a shower.
Okay. Even if it's a golden shower, that's okay. So, Ron, what are you doing right now?
I am doing the bottom side of this parking lot.
Okay.
I can't do it from the other side. There's a really bad section of pavement in this parking lot. And I know you're supposed to plow snow downhill, never uphill, what have you. It's just that this bad section of this one part of this parking lot will destroy a plow blade.
Oh.
So you got to kind of work at one side, then come at it from the other side, and then hopefully stay away from all the bad spots as you work the snow towards the back of the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Because this whole property actually is sitting on a hillside, so it does run downhill. I'm just plowing it slightly odd because of the bad parking lot.
Yeah. I actually see that. Looks like that you're gonna get busy here. Ooh, there's a rush.
Well, you're not supposed to pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm in the back of the truck. I mean, it's, how can I help it? And by the way, it's getting cold back here. Pass me a beer.
Yeah, I'll bet. A beer. I think I'd want something a little bit stronger and a little bit hotter than that.
Oh, okay. A little bit of Jack.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's stuff that you're afraid of right now.
Some rum and Coke or something.
Oh, forget the Coke. Just chug the Jack down. I mean, it is cold, so you don't want to go ahead and cool yourself down with that cold pop or whatever.
Right.
Now, if you want to put a little bit of Coke with it,
well, now speaking of Coke, that we've been understanding might be in our community right now, causing some really weird people to do some really weird stuff beyond the normal.
well, yeah, I mean, it looks just like that white stuff you're looking at.
Yeah.
Man, if you could just snort that stuff up.
Well, that'd give you a whole different meaning to brain freeze.
Yeah, they could do that to you.
I'll get you the straw.
Oh, heck, just get a hose. Get as much as you can.
Righty.
So, Ron, do you do, do you actually do this for fun?
Oh yeah, this is fun. Breaking up, spending. Well, actually, I guess I do it for fun, because for as little bit of snow as we get here in Cleveland, I'm spending more money between gas and equipment and repairs than I actually make.
Yeah.
Because unlike the scab snowplowers, just like the scab union employees, I actually follow it and do it by the book and actually pay attention to what the law says and actually have all the correct insurance, bonding, and all of that stuff. But we haven't had enough snow to pay for anything this year. So yeah, I guess I do it for fun, because I'm definitely losing money this winter.
Yeah, you just
Again.
Yeah, you're just out there having a good time.
Oh yeah.
And getting getting friggin' ticket for having a light on top of there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can't have amber and white.
Yeah, per state ordinance, 4,328, that declares that any vehicle of oversized usage, such as snowplow, snow removal, salt applying, commercial vehicles, must at all times when in service have extra added display lights to draw attention to their oversized length and size, to alert anyone around the vehicle that you are actually working in an oversized vehicle. That's the state ordinance, and the police want to say, no, you're not allowed to do that. Okay. I got a hold of my attorneys. They sent me the paperwork yesterday. They showed me the actual ordinances when they were changed, 2012, and the last time it was changed past that point was 2009. So for them to have come out and decided they were just going to all of a sudden hit 8 or 9 of us and tell us we were not allowed to have those lights turned on while in service, yeah, we can sue the cops, because it's actually the state ordinance, and we must adhere to the state ordinance or not be out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not good.
The state of Ohio, as of 2009, it was mandated that we have lights on that did not coincide with blue and red. And we must draw attention to ourselves because we are oversized, overweight, and actually performing a job service, and must have the lights turned on at all times while in service.
Okay, so my mail lady that drives a smaller vehicle can get away with that.
Well, what they're going to say to her is, well, because it's constant stop and go, and because you're part of the United States Postal Service delivering United States Postal Service mail, I'm sorry, that's still a private fucking industry. It's no longer controlled by the government. It used to take an act of Congress to change the price of a stamp. The United States Postal Service is a private industry and does not adhere to the laws.
Oh, but they get away with
anything they damn well please.
Yeah, they get away with running these amber and white lights just like you had.
Right.
And it's okay for them to do it.
Right.
But if somebody's out there plowing snow where nobody can really see in a blinding snowstorm, you can't have a light to warn people.
Right.
But somebody driving on a sunny day during the daytime they can have that light on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure.
It's okay. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, what was it that one judge said? Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yep. That's what they say.
So apparently, when the police officers were pulling all of these guys over for this so-called light violation, had the drivers just been awake enough and had the copy of the code and the state ordinance in their hands, could have actually filed suit against the officer for false arrest.
Huh.
Yeah, it pays to know a little bit.
Yeah, it does. But when they catch you off guard like that, it's like, okay, give me the friggin' ticket. I'll take the light off. I gotta finish my job.
Right.
That's the way the law works. Or does
And let the officer know that he'll be needed in court. Not a problem. I'll take your ticket. I'll see you in court, so be ready.
Yeah, it'll come in and like, duh. I didn't know that.
Right. Well, duh. You're paid $200 an hour to know that fucking shit, asshole. So surrender your job, surrender your badge. You're done.
Yeah. I guess it's gonna happen.
Oh, I know. My union will protect me. It doesn't matter whether I do my job right or not.
Yeah.
Hell, I can show you that in the next parking lot that we're going to tonight, where one of our city cops is sleeping on duty.
Oh, okay. It's better than the one I talked to back in Orchard. After giving some sweet gal a ticket, would tear the ticket up for a favor.
Well, I guess that's one way to get out of a ticket, huh?
Yeah. Until I called, that was a city cop that was out on county property, and I was nice enough to call the sheriff to go out and check him out. Mainly because he was parked in the spot that I normally use.
Oh. How dare he go into your parking spot?
Well, yeah, don't mess with the crazy man of Ohio.
Right.
I started at a young age of being crazy, or a madman, or whatever you want to call it.
We'll have to get Stray back in here and find out what was that label he gave you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it was cool. No, that was funny. Yeah, busted that city cop.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I'd like to have been in the car filming that one. Mr. City Cop, what are you doing on private property, government private property?
Well, actually, it was
ripped up ticket and this girl in your back seat.
Actually, it was private property because it was the orchard that I used to work it with and on. I lived on it. So that was private property that he was parked in. And, so not only was he trespassing, he was banging a young girl in the back seat. So she didn't have to pay the ticket.
Well, she was paying the ticket, all right.
Yeah, not with cash money. It might have been green when he got it, but that's his problem if he had to take penicillin afterwards.
All right, absolutely, Just like this coronavirus deal. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I actually think that this coronavirus, this is extremely funny to me because more people die of the common cold and the common flu. 20,000 people died of the common cold last year.
Yeah.
And coronavirus hasn't even hit close to that.
But that has been around.
Lysol has it right on their label that that Lysol will kill the coronavirus on contact, but the CDC says, "Oh no, this is a brand new strain." So who made it? Huh?
And how long has that been on the Lysol can?
Oh my God, 20, 30 years.
Yeah. So now we're all upset about it. Or so many people are because Trump did a thing and so like it's
well now Trump. If you do like we normally say and you just follow the money, you'll find out why the coronavirus is so important. Well, I mean, let's be serious about this. You know, the Mexicans have had corona for forever.
Yeah.
And what do they have with it? Guacamole. It usually cures it. So if you eat enough guacamole, the corona doesn't bother you. You can drink as much as get as much corona in your system as you want.
Oh, okay. And we're talking about the alcoholic beverage or
well, either one. They're both going to fuck you up if you have enough of it.
Yeah, people Trump's up there. He's been blasted by these experts that you're wrong. He's like, it's not a big deal. Even though they're saying that that if they have what's that, pandemic or
pandemic, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to wipe out a third of the world population.
Well, that's why they released it. Thank the owner of Microsoft and all of his investors and all of his friends that have been screwing around with this and got this thing accidentally released by accident on purpose. Because, their investment portfolio in this company and in this patented version of the coronavirus. Yeah, patented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
nobody's asking any questions about that, though.
Well, that's what I kind of heard, that they already have a shot or whatever to take care of that.
Of course they do. You don't think the owner of Microsoft would actually get something released that he didn't have the cure for, did you?
Well, no. But the thing I get a kick out of, they want everybody to go out and get a face mask.
Another shot, right.
Well, no, a face mask that one or two companies have to make billions of these face masks in a couple weeks.
Oh, right.
Like that's going to happen.
Yeah, let's go find out which senator is invested in that company. Betcha.
Yeah. Who's ever invested in that is, yeah.
Not that would be anything like insider trading or anything.
Oh.
Because that's illegal.
Yeah, you can't do anything like that.
But release a virus that's killed, 12,000 people already or 1,200 people already? Huh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, that's another country.
It still sounds like murder to me.
Yeah. But the ones that are dying from what I heard is basically like China, where it's overcrowded anyways.
Right.
I think I mean they need to reduce their population by a third at least, or half, because they got too many people there.
Right.
I just don't believe there hasn't really. I don't. Has there been anybody actually died in the USA?
No.
No.
I'm aware of, not yet.
Just
third world countries.
Yeah, the only people that have died with the common flu.
Right.
So
Or have died with the common flu.
So what's worse, common flu or the coronavirus?
The common flu, because there's still no cure for the common flu.
Yeah.
But there's financial incentive to have the cure for the coronavirus, this strain of it.
Yeah.
Because there's three distinctive versions of the coronavirus at this point.
Oh, three.
All affect the lungs a different way. And that's what makes this so deadly. Is making sure you identify the correct strain.
Yeah, and who is giving this information out? Fake news?
No, this is coming from CDC.
Okay.
This is their records and their direct documentation on the coronavirus.
Oh,
that they've known about since the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about the what was it? The two military guys that went over to China to check on that and investigate it. That wore no mask, no safety protection, no suits, no nothing, and they're walking around. I forget whether it's Virginia or North Carolina or something like that. They went over there, come back, and they're walking around with everybody else. So they're exposing people, apparently, they say, to the coronavirus.
That wouldn't shock me.
And so far as I know, nobody's gotten it.
14 to 24 day gestation period, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how long they've been over there and back, but that's what I heard. The biggest deal I've heard is some guy out in California that did get it, and he never goes anywhere, never does anything. And he's got it, and he's trying to figure out where he got it from.
Looks like that little old lady in Maine.
Yeah. It just so happens, I think it's from like San Francisco or something like that. You ever heard?
Well, the airplane attendants, two of them just come out of California, have never or have not left the United States or United States airspace in the past 5 years, and two of these airplane attendants have just popped up with it.
Oh.
Yeah. There they are, trapped inside planes with people, and they have it.
Yeah. Makes me wonder about these people, that go out there to California and they go through Chinatown, which they're still allowed to go ahead out there from San Francisco to go ahead and fly to China, come back, and they do it all the time. So where's the restriction on this, this fly zone or whatever?
Yeah, there isn't one.
There is kind of on the East Coast here, from what I've heard, that nobody from China can come over. But then there's people in France that's got a big outbreak over there. And
well, they're also trying to point this at being released somehow along the lines of eating raw food. This specific strain doesn't exist in raw food. It only exists in a laboratory.
Yeah.
But they're going to tell you what they want you to believe, not what's going on.
Well,
that's why this they put a gag order. The president was just involved in a meeting on this coronavirus stuff.
Yeah.
And they brought him up to speed on it, and he had to sign a non-disclosure gag order to even hear this information. It's like, wait a minute, why is he below anyone that he can't decide what he's going to talk about?
Well, it's like there was that one place you call it seeing something or whatever. There's a thing like last night or something like that where Trump was up there being questioned by that one organization, and he was laughing about it, like, we don't have a problem. What sense does that make? Who's going to be the fool at the end of it? Are we going to have a big outbreak or not? If we don't have a big outbreak, Trump's right. If we do have a big outbreak, yeah, Trump won't be around for 2020. Let's see how that plays out. I would think that Trump, with all his advisors and everybody else, kind of probably knows more than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But there's people out here jumping on that. Oh, can you believe Trump did that? He laughed about it. That it's not a problem. I would think he would know more than anybody about that. And I don't believe he's dumb enough to go ahead and put something out there like that that's going to hurt him for the next elections. It doesn't make any sense. He is smarter than that.
Well, I think in this situation, he knows that it is a man-made, man-released, laboratory-grown, weaponized virus.
Yeah.
And that under those kind of circumstances, it should not reach the United States. So it is nothing to worry about.
Well, yeah.
Or is it? Because, those same people that are releasing it could release it here in the United States too. That's nothing to laugh at, but at the same time.
Yeah. But he's not the type of guy that laughs about stuff like that. Or he shouldn't be. But he's got all these advisors and stuff that write these speeches, tell him what to say, tell him what to do. Of course, he's not always been known as the person that listens to what people tell him.
Which is why we all love him so much.
Well, you got to roll. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's all kind of funny that I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Are we going to have a big, break out of this, or is it just going to be just a little bit added to the common flu?
Dude, it is anything so that the pharmaceutical company can make more money on selling shots that nobody needs.
Yeah, pretty much. If they offer me a shot for that, I'm like, Chad, just let me die. I'll take my chances. You ain't injecting that stuff into me.
Right.
Because the only thing I can see, when they do with everything else, they're going to inject that virus into you, just like the flu shot. They inject the flu into you, and that's supposed to stop it?
Right. They're going to give you an active version or a dead version of the strain so that your body can build immunity to it.
Yeah.
No, they're just giving you a shot that is 50-50 to get money out of your bank account. That's all they're doing. It's all they've ever done.
Yeah. Well, at least the flu shots right now, most places you can go and get for free.
Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah, I know.
Why would anybody give anything away for free unless there was some sort of financial windfall at the end?
Well, that's to make you sick. So you gotta go to the doctor. Doctor's gonna write you a prescription out. It's like, yeah, this will take care of it. You know, it's like, why get the flu shot to start with? Unless you got a mom like mine that tricks you into it. Like, yeah, you're gonna get this, or I'm gonna get upset. So it's like, okay, I'll go ahead and take the shot. And and what happened? A month after I started getting it, the flu, but luckily I got the same day. Yep, had to buy some friggin' pharmaceutical pills to go ahead and knock it. And I'm not even sure if the pills they gave me knocked it or the stuff that you were telling me to take.
Colloidal silver and vitamin C?
Yeah, basically. Really load up on the vitamin C and all this other stuff. There's no way to prove it or disapprove it.
Well, if you go by the scientific way that they talk about this stuff, the only reason that these viruses actually do any good in the middle of winter is because our immune system drops as to our mood. Because of the lack of sunlight, our motivation is dropped down, our digestion system is down. There's all sorts of things that drop out because we have the lack of sunlight in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Because we're lacking the vitamin D. So if you up your vitamin D and then you boost your immune system by giving it something outside the norm, which is what the doctors preach, got to go get this flu shot because it's outside the norm, or we got something new coming out, some new strain's been found or invented in a laboratory. That's what they're not telling you, because they're releasing it 6 months before anything actually happens, which is another reason to fear the flu shot. But boost your immune system between vitamin C and colloidal silver, and no virus, still, even the coronavirus, no virus can exist in the presence of silver. So when you're ingesting colloidal silver, you're giving yourself an antibody, an antibiotic that is going to stop any virus from getting a hold in your system.
Oh, okay.
So between vitamin D, vitamin C, and colloidal silver, you're not going to get virus sick.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't get enough C, which, that's the other bad part of the human body, we are one of 3 mammals on the planet that do not produce vitamin C, and with the lack of C, you get cancer. Those animals that are out there, unless they've come in contact with some sort of man-made chemical that produce vitamin C, never get cancer.
Yeah.
Only the mammals on the planet that cannot produce vitamin C. So how much do you need? It depends on your body weight, your size, your age, but it's anywhere from 10 to 15,000 milligrams a day. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but considering we don't produce it at all in our systems, and it's the one definitive proven anti-cancer, I'd take 20,000 cc's a day if I could get my hands on enough.
Well, yes. I agree with that one, man. Because it's not going to hurt you.
Right. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? A really expensive urine. So okay, you're gonna pee sunlight. Big deal. Oopsie.
Yes, I agree with that. Anyways.
Oh, speaking of, did you see this latest lawsuit? Somebody actually won against the GMOs. They won against Monsanto.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They apparently were working on some GMO fields near a lemon tree farm and affected the lemons and screwed up the lemon crop. And it's now going to cost them $138 million for allowing those chemicals to get onto that lemon tree farm.
Well, as you say in your book, don't use these chemicals.
No.
Do it the organic, natural way.
You've got to get off the GMOs. That's what's causing all the problems. Yeah. Not only is it wiping out the soil, it's killing humans.
Well, yeah.
Everybody wants to sit back and go, okay, Mr. Wizard, prove this to us. Okay, real simple. When it rains 1/4 inch of rain, it should soak into the ground, not flood 5 cities.
Yeah.
And the only reason it is flooding is because the rain can't soak into the ground because NPK oil processing system, we've dumped oil and chemicals all over this ground, and it can no longer retain water.
Well, yeah, it's
and God forbid you collect any rainwater. We're now passing laws against that all over the United States because it's clean potentially. And you shouldn't be using that on your garden. You should be using city water with all the fluorides and chemicals in it so that your plants don't survive in your garden. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if you don't understand that, it's like my old skin cap. Yeah. It's got oil over top of it. Yeah, you can dump a glass of water on top of it and run right off, which means it's not soaking in.
Right.
But without the oil on top of the cap, you'd have a wet cap.
You got it.
The soil is the same way.
Exactly.
Dang, how did I know that? Oh, I know I knew that. I read your book.
Yeah, God forbid. Oh, shoot, I was going to do that email today for Sleestack.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
That's okay. It's been long enough. Another day or two ain't going to hurt.
Oh, nice heavy snow.
Yeah, I see that. You're hitting.
Yeah, I'm right on the tail end of the backside of this parking lot. Now I got to take all that snow and shove it off the back of the pavement altogether. Yeah. I can't plow it straight forward. There's a fire hydrant there, and that's against the law. You can't bury a fire hydrant under snow.
Yeah, you can't even park close to them. Yeah, I know. I've seen you plowing up snow, and of course, to me, everything looks the same. Except for what I'm noticing is that I haven't seen a lot of vehicles anyway. It's just like big open.
Oh yeah, it's a giant open parking lot on this one.
Yeah, you just going right through it, nice, plowing, nice and straight. You ain't got to screw around with vehicles. almost every place I've seen you go to before, there's freaking cars in your way that you got to deal with.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go do that next. I should probably fuel up first and get a little bit more weight in my axles.
Yeah. It does make a difference. I know when I was up north, I remember. Well, I know when I was plowing with a little bit of snow and just around, just for my own use. I keep like a half ton of stone in the back of the truck. Just have the weight back there.
Yeah, I've got 1,000 pounds on the tail end.
Okay.
In salt bags.
Oh, okay. You got salt bags back there.
That way, well, it works two ways. If we've got heavy enough snow, I've got the added weight, but we've also got sidewalk shovelers that come out, and sometimes they very conveniently don't have enough salt with them.
Yeah.
And halfway through the night, they're crying. They've got to go back to the shop and what have you. And then they call us guys that hide the salt in the bed of our trucks.
Yeah.
And we go meet up with those guys, and they just have to keep working. They don't get the shortcuts. So yeah, they've all learned. Yeah, we learned that trick. There's extra bags of salt floating around waiting for you guys when you run out. So
yeah, that works. But yeah, you definitely need that weight, especially with that guy. There's no way around it. Because trucks, whether two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, you gotta put some weight over the back axle.
Well, I've got to counter it is my problem. The truck's heavy enough; it's over 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But when I put this 700-800-pound steel blade on the front of the truck,
yeah, it picks up the back.
Yeah, right. So I've got to have almost equal to or more than the.
Yeah, I was gonna say equal to or double what you put on the front.
Right.
And remember, people, if you're driving in the snow, please have some tread on your tires.
Yeah, summertime tires don't work. Drifting tires don't work in snow.
Yeah, I was in town today, and I was like looking at these different, big four-wheel drive trucks with ball tires.
Yeah.
Like, where are they gonna go? They can kick up four-wheel drive and all they want.
They're going to the beach.
Yeah, they're not going to go any place. You hit a little bit of mud or snow, it does not matter. And ball tires with a 16th inch of tread, it's not going to take you anywhere. That's why I like running tires that have like an inch of tread. 3/4 of an inch of tread. If it gets down to 3/8 inch, I'm replacing them suckers. But people don't understand that. I don't know why. It's like, well, if it holds air, it's a good tire. No, it ain't. Air is not what gives you traction. It's a tread, stupid. I don't understand it.
Well, that's why they're trading the car in, Bobby.
Well, yeah, the tires get bought.
Yeah, right. They went out. They got this beautiful 4-wheel drive truck. They've had a great time with it, and all of a sudden, 4-wheel drive's just not working for them. They're starting to get stuck in their own front yards and what have you. Time to trade the truck in.
Well, I mean,
don't change the tires. No. They're just going to trade the whole truck in.
I go by that because I didn't know it was too much up north there, where they don't have a lot of dew and fog and stuff like that. I come down south here, and I picked up a Dodge truck for my brother when he needed money or whatever, and I could pull onto, a sunny day in the morning with the grass just had a little bit of dew on it, and the back tires just spin. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give me some Goodyear Wranglers with some tread on them, and it was like, yeah, just putting gear in it, and go. And people they were asking like, why are you taking these perfectly good tires off to put new tires on? I'm like, because those ones that you think are perfectly good for another 20,000 miles, I don't want on my truck.
Right.
I want something that's got some dig to it. And as tires age, the rubber does harden up. It may look like it's got good tread on it. The way I check that is I'll put my foot on the brake, power hike it a little bit. If the tires break loose real easy and start spinning, it's time to get some new tires.
Right.
And then you go ahead and you power hit, hike the new tires. If it stalls the motor out, yeah, you're getting grip. It's a weird way of doing it, but that's the way I check tires out. If they're gonna grip or not. It's been working with me all my life. I believe in it, so what can I say? Oh yeah, let me see. I was gonna check this out. Today, let's see. Let me see what she said here. Dang, how much is in here? Okay. I gotta check my PayPal and see if they did put the money in there.
Oh, is that for that boom mic swing arm?
Yeah, I'm trying to get another one for free because I think it would be a great thing to put a camcorder on. So if I'm working on a table doing something, I can reach over and turn that mic and swing it anywhere I want to. Like when I move from one spot to another.
Right.
Instead of using like a tripod, use a swing arm.